Good morning. My name is Małgorzata, and I want so much to share this because this is just incredible for me just to understand. I personally believe after so many weeks of studying this subject that fear is absolutely overpaid, absolutely overpriced, and the reason why so many people are fearing of certain things in our life at the moment is because we don't have understanding. We don't actually know what the fear is. People sometimes, thinking I'm scared of doing this, I'm scared of doing this, but what actually fear is. And I want you to focus on this for a moment because fear is nothing else like uncontrollable way of thinking. Because, for example, you had bad experience with in the past with something, so you have got the message in your brain, you've got this kind of way of thinking about certain things, and even one trigger when you see, for example, spider, you are already getting fearful, you are already having the adrenaline rush, you already feel scared. The only thing, even when you're thinking about it, this actually triggers the thing. So I want you to actually today, for good, deal with your fear, okay? And I'm just actually going to talk to you about it. So we are stuck in our life by fear because we just don't understand it. And I was so fearful about so many things. Oh my god, I was just kind of like, and this was just overwhelming. This was just too much for me sometimes just to cope with. And I was just thinking, why? I'm just getting myself driven by certain way of thing, by certain fears. Why I'm just getting myself thinking in certain way. And I just decided to deal with this. So I just started studying. I just started looking for so many solutions. I started to actually putting this into subject in tiny pieces just to find out what the fear really is. So what it is. The fear is our way of thinking about certain things, and this is it. This is it. It's nothing way. It's just the way we're thinking about certain things. And we do have actually three sorts of fears. And the first sort of fear is loss pain. For example, if you're going just to change something in your life and if you're thinking about losing certain thing, for example, you have got a job and and you don't like doing this job, and always you've been dreaming about being, for example, a vet, and you are at the moment a receptionist in a hotel, and you're just thinking about being a vet. You've been always dreaming about being vet. You've been always dreaming about being with animals all the time, and you are stuck in this job, but you are thinking about you would love to be a vet, but you are thinking about for this fear of losing the job, the security, losing the connection with your friends, losing the fact you've got this kind of stability at the moment. And this is the thing what is actually stopping me from doing this. Instead of changing the way of thinking, instead of thinking like, you know what, I would love to be fat, and instead of just thinking about losing, start thinking what you're going to gain. So if you're going to be a vet, you're going to do the things that you always wanted to do, the things what you love to do, the fact you are going to be with animals, the fact you are going to do the things which are going to make you feel so happy. This is so important, so profound. This is so profound because in the end of the day, when we all die, we all will ask ourselves, did I live? Did I love? Did my life matter? So think about it and stop actually this incredible way of negative thinking in your life. Because the reason why, for example, you are stopping, the reason why you've got this kind of loss pain is because we've got negative way of thinking about certain things. So you really need to change the way, you just need to change the focus where your energy goes actually. Instead of thinking about losing, think what you are going to gain, alright? This is so important. The second type of fear is just process pain. People just thinking, for example, you are this receptionist and you want to be a vet, and you are just thinking you are going just to lose, you just think it's going to be so hard. The transformation is going just to be so hard, so you don't even start doing this. And this is just a big, big shame, because this doesn't need to be hard. It all depends, how you are dealing with this. And like, for example, dieting. Dieting is the best example. People want to lose weight, but they're afraid of the process pain. Oh my God, I need to exercise myself. I just, I will feel hungry. I will feel. Actually, most of the time, what's actually happening, you are having incredible amount of withdrawn symptoms. The same like when you are stopping any kind of addiction in your life, because the reason why you are obese or why you are unhappy about your weight and you want to go on diet is because you overdid with food, and food is so highly addictive. So you will be actually feeling all the same symptoms like people who are addicted from alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, the same things. So this is the pain. You are afraid of the pain, the process pain. You think it's going to be hard. But just change your focus. The part of mastering our life is just to learn the secret of outcome, the secret of change, the secret of challenge. Because, for example, you need to focus yourself and understand one thing, that change will allow you to grow. And this is the only thing which actually will allow you to grow, the change. And change, most of the time, is very, very uncomfortable. The growing process is very, very uncomfortable sometimes. So you really need to focus on this. Focus on this. And the third kind of pain is outcome pain. You just think, and this is, again, we are going to the same square. We are going to focus on the same thing, really, because this will actually tell you that our way of thinking is so negative, and the outcome pain is just related to the fact, okay, so what happened if I fail? Okay, this is the outcome pain most of the time associated with negative outcome. But what actually happened if you do what you want to achieve? What actually happened, if your new career, for example, as that is going to be the best decision ever? How it is going to impact your life? How you're going to feel about it? And how, for example, you're going to feel about yourself when you accomplish your diet goals, when you lose this weight, when you're going to feel more energized, more focused, more empowered, inspirational, unstoppable, unlimited. Just think about it, because most of the time, before people are making any kind of decision and the fear starting interfering, is because they are having extraordinary negative way of thinking. And this is the root for most of the people why they're not starting doing what they want to do in their life. So this is so important, and you need to understand one thing. And I did understand this one. I finally understand this, I was such a negative thinking person. Before I started doing certain things, I was thinking about all the odds, what is going to happen, about negativity. I was very, very rarely focusing on positive things, and this was the thing why I was fearing about starting something up, why the fear was in my life. Even if you are having bad experience with certain things, challenge this, challenge this. and be a mature person. The part of mastering our life is to understand why certain things happened in our life. So be conscious, be empowered, be the best version of yourself, and stop actually this kind of mechanical routine way of thinking about certain things in your life, and just start living your life without fear, with positive gratitude, with positive empowering stimulation in your life, and be the best version of yourself, and do the things which really matter to you. Okay, think what your life can be different, how your life can be different if you start doing the things which you love. Okay, because in the end of the day, like I said, when you die, we will all ask the same question: did you live? Did you love? Did your life matter? Okay, and I want you to think about it. Thus, this is worth fearing? No, not at all. So thank you so much for listening to this video. I personally, I feel so happy about the fact, I just finally, I finally understood the reason why I was actually doing certain things and why I was afraid. Okay, you just need to change. You just need to master the way of thinking. You just need to focus from losing to gaining. Okay, because changes are not only bad things. This is just the beauty of gaining and growing. Okay, thank you so much for listening. All the best for you. God bless and take care. Bye bye.